podcast in 2 weeks.
You're not done one in 2 weeks. Good evening, folks. Thanks for coming in. By the way, Charlie called it to work, I guess, so he cannot make it tonight. Anyway, we're here. End of another week, or maybe start of another week. I don't know. Another week, isn't it? As you can see, we have the what?
Start of a week.
Start of a week. I've just been informed. We have the Chubster down below. Right? That or not. And with next door to me, we have Craig, who for some God for no reason is wearing shades.
It's to get the glare off your head. That's it.
I can go and put a hat on if you want. I don't mind putting a hat on. So tonight we were meant to challenge me beyond folks, but he's unfortunately going to work. So you're stuck with the three of us who know absolutely nothing about something and something about nothing. You know what I mean? So we don't have a topic or anything. But let's see if we rig her first. What do you think? I think it's to you. What he's been up to. He's just back from holiday. You know. And some of the photographs that were one particular that he put up on Facebook. it's just, you know, you get in life one of the photographs that you post and then people say, no, you should never post anything like that again.
Oh, I know.
And that's also a bone to pick with him. Two bones to pick with him, actually. One, where's my Ferrari top?
You better have got an address.
Why would I want a dress?
Because it's a woman's sport.
I'm not the one that went braless on the beach.
It's a woman's sport.
And the other bone I need to pick there, this is a fashion faux pas, basically. Sliders with socks on. What's that about?
Well, if you'd seen my feet, you would understand.
Well, you see, I've got horrible feet, right? But
Yeah.
oh, I don't. See, I can still do that, man. He's flipped the leg up. See?
Well, Scott, as we were talking earlier through Messenger, and there was a photo that you sent me, and I said you look like a big toe. You basically look like your big toe.
Yeah.
You mean like that?
You can't tell the difference sometimes.
Well, hey. Is that what you mean?
Eh?
No, it's hard to talk to Craig when he's got his shades on. How was the holiday anyway, Chubster?
It was good just to get a wee break and stuff like that. It's been a busy couple of weeks with working and obviously the paranormal and setting stuff up, so it was good just to kind of get away, relax for a while. Spent an absolute fortune, obviously, but it's good. It's also good to be back as well, get back on the panel, and then get back into the old paranormal field. We're already looking to book up for next year, so.
Actually, you started doing events now, haven't you?
Started doing events, that's it. First one's the 29th of June. So, but no, it's good. Sometimes you need to just kind of go that wee break and hit the reset button. You know what I mean? So, no, it's good. It's also good to be back. Apart from doing the duties, you know, the housework and all that sort of stuff.
Aye, okay, I take it Lindsay's no in earshot of you.
No.
No.
Yeah.
I think she's no in earshot. No, you do need that wee bit of time out, you know, for the paranormal. You just need to sort of switch off and bugger off for a few days, what have you.
I was actually contemplating to take my equipment with me. But Lindsay's like, no, you're not.
That's just bad, you know. A holiday means a holiday. If you took your stuff with you, I don't think you would have came back.
No. Might not have been a bad thing.
So I've been to Lanzarote a few times, been to Porto Carmen, where you were. And I think, is there any haunted places about there?
We went to Rancho, Texas, so we get the bus. No, we get the taxi, sorry. Sorry. and there was a couple of wee kind of derelict stuff. There was a wee old kind of derelict church type thing. But as far as I'm aware, I've not really seen it and I've heard anything about like recorded paranormal activity or anything like that. Possible paranormal stuff. So I don't know. Maybe it's just maybe on Ireland it just might not be a thing. I don't know. There was no advertisement of like mediums or psychic readings or none of that sort of stuff.
Well, see, that's the thing. You don't. I mean, there's got to be activity of some type, somewhere. I know it's a holiday island, but also spirit. Does they care? Does they bother with that? But there's got to be activity. But you never see anything advertised for that part of the world or any teams or anything like that.
Nothing. It would be interesting, but like also when we were speaking about the necro and stuff like that, when you enter a different country and things like that, or EVP, when we were at Dublin, we get EVP strips and a strong Irish accent. Manchester was the same. So it would be good to maybe go somewhere like that and maybe try a few EVPs to see if you get it through in Spanish.
Aye. That's the thing I was going to ask. Do you think you'd get it through in Spanish or English?
Probably Spanish, I think. But it would be good just to maybe test it, just to see even the things like the necro, things like that, or ask a question in English, but then translate it, or ask a question in Spanish but translate it in English and see what the response is. You know what I mean? Like, can you go and touch this black box, but then say it in Spanish to see if they understand that, and then if the black box goes.
Because the islands, they date back hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see when you're driving through them, whether it's a bus or whatever, you can see the old churches and castles and all the rest of it. So there's a lot of history. Actually, that's an idea. Post, story, history, the Canary Islands. That's got me thinking now. But no, so there's going to be activity of some kind of shape or form there, I would imagine.
Definitely, however, it's not to say that it's not been recognised. It might just not be as popular as it is here and further afield, like say America and stuff like that. It might just be. It might be something they might not respect it. You know what I mean? It might just be a thing that it's just they don't respect. But it's not to say it's worth trying.
It's a bit of travel, but
I don't mean like book a flight and go and do an investigation. Like if you booked it to go on holiday or any Canary Island, you know what I mean? If you booked it to go away for 10 days, 7 days, whatnot, maybe take a wee recorder with you and then maybe a wee bit of equipment and just try it when you get a wee bit of free time, even in the apartment. You don't know.
No, you don't know, but I doubt your other half would be too happy about it.
Well, maybe next time I'll take a bit of equipment. I'll just say, I'm just away a wee walk.
Yeah.
A wee bum. Did you have a bum bag? Come on, be honest.
Are we up in the hills, bloody try to contact? You know what I mean? Spirits. Is there anybody there? Like a scene for Chucky. We try to resurrect fucking the living, the dead. Sorry.
You know what I watched the other night? Abigail. Have you seen Abigail?
It's not a bad film.
No.
I thought it was amazing. I watched it 3 times, me.
Yeah.
3 times I've watched it. I'd seen it. I've just really talked with Chucky and that. Don't you know? I remember that watched. I've been dying to see it for ages, and then it finally came on the TV. What I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. I thoroughly enjoyed it when I watched it on the TV. No, I don't have tics or nothing like that. You know, it's code for we did TV licensing at the door the other day. Actually,
Did you?
aye, this wee woman came and she asked us to do it. I said, "No, I don't watch TV. What do you watch then?" And what did I tell her? Be Netflix and stuff like that.
Aye,
Yeah.
deleting stuff off his telly.
He was in deleting stuff off the tail in case she came in.
She can't come in
No,
unless you invite her in.
but she says they might send somebody back for an inspection, but they're not getting in.
Do you know what your day is? And I've experienced it a few times. See, as soon as you put your phone out to record them, they'll leave. They'll just leave. That's it. But if you let them in your property, then you can get fined. Obviously, if you're watching TV or whatever. But as soon as you pull your phone out to record or kid on your recording or whatever, they'll just leave.
Actually, she was only at the door 5-10 minutes.
Unless, if you go to the door, Scott, if you go to the door with your t-shirt off, then they'll leave.
Yeah. People will run away from that.
Oh, listen to Body Beautiful out there. No, see, Tom Cruise with the spec, you know what I mean? Maverick.
I was about to say Terminator.
Yeah.
Give me your boots. You're jagged on your motorcycle.
The sunshine's too bright. I need to bring down the sunshine. It's too
Tell the sunshine, don't they? I get to the chopper. That's the Predator, isn't it?
Get to the jacket. Can you do one?
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
The need for speed.
I think it's the end where he's watching. I might watch. We don't have any topic, as I said. And as I said in the post, we're just talking about something we know nothing about. Nothing we know something about. And we're just talking crap, basically. You know. Because sometimes it's good just to be, not be all serious and all the rest of it. We still keep paranormal serious, as I've always said, but not to be all serious and just now and again have a blowout. I mean, but no, I can do the I'll be back. How's that?
That was horrendous.
That was really good. I literally thought Schwarzenegger was in the room there. It was just,
You might say anything else? Arnold. Nothing.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I can't really say it. I
Hey,
don't have that deep a voice,
what you do, lad?
just like I don't have that deeper voice. My voice doesn't go down that deep as yours. I'm not short enough to go down that deep. So just like to leave. If you want to live. I can't do it.
I actually met I don't know if Laura told you, I actually met somebody taller than you last week. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Aye. Actually, I was in the Bakers and this guy came in and like that. And I says you're about 6'2", 5 or whatever it is. He was 6'8".
I haven't done it, man.
This guy,
Oh, that would intimidate me. I always get intimidated by speaking to people at the same level. I get intimidated by that. So I'm so used to looking down on titchy little people, and just talking down to them. But not having to bend down and looking at somebody straight in the eye is kind of it's not a good, I'm not used to it, being able to look at somebody straight in the eye.
Is that why you kneel down when you speak to me?
Yeah.
He's got to lie down to speak to you.
Yeah.
Or that approach, you put your hands on your knees and you go, he's like, you talk to Elaine.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's why I get down on my knees in front of you, but that's a different story.
I don't have any answer for that one. Anyway, swiftly moving on for that subject, I'll tell you that now. Have you noticed the drama in the paranormal's kind of reduced a wee bit?
Yeah.
I can't say I've really noticed. But I think it's always sitting there boiling. There's always teams out there that want to be better than other teams and stuff like that. So I think it doesn't matter what you do or what you try, para-unity or this stuff. There's always going to be jealousy, which leads to hate, basically.
Which we've all personally experienced, you know.
I'm the one for all that. Obviously, we do the paranormal stuff and so the years and stuff like that. But see, to be honest, I'm the one for all that para-unity stuff. No for me.
That's it. I read John and Zuna on last, and we Kate on last week, and we were talking about that kind of stuff, and we're saying that. How can teams notice leave other teams alone?
It'll never happen. It'll never happen.
If you don't like what one team or group's doing, just keep walking.
It'll never happen. And it's not to say all the bigger teams, right? 'Cause you know yourself, there's big teams in all over the world, right? And it's not necessarily say it's them individual ones, but there is big teams out there that's what causes it. And that's why, as I always say, these big teams that are for views, for whatever reason, they'll never collaborate with legit small teams because they're the legit small teams are the professional ones. Like, prime example, I can't even remember the name of the team. So there was a team that was on live. They come up my newsfeed, but when they go live, just as they go live, above the live is a comment saying, "You can't believe what we captured tonight." Shut up. Right? They've just went live. How can you put that in that? How can you put that comment there? You've literally just started investigating. How can you say, "Can't believe what we just captured"? It's just so then it catches people's eyes, so then they go in and click on it and this and that. But how can you put that in?
It's literally clickbait, basically.
That's what it is. I feel like just messaging them saying, "What's the lottery numbers?" You can obviously see what's going to happen during the investigation. But it's things like that. What was you want to see? The usual grey lady. What was the other one? I think it was a grey lady. It was like, grey lady, can't believe what we just seen. Grey lady makes an appearance. Or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But that is just as Dave went live.
Aye, so isn't it pre-recorded or anything?
No. And you're like, what? And then obviously the one that I posted up on the page with the guy or whatever it was, and you seen him sitting there with, where was he sitting with? Was it a walkie-talkie? Was it a spirit? REM pod or whatever it was he had in his phone, and he's sitting there and he's flipped it. He's genuinely flipped it. So it's on the page. I can't remember his name. I found his name and stuff like that and I posted it up. But he's sitting there with, what was that? Can't remember. REM pod, whatever it was he had in his phone. And he's sitting there and asking questions, and you actually see him, he's on like this, and you see his fingers going under, and then he goes and he flicks it. You actually see him flick it, and then he goes, "Oh, that just flew out my hand."
What gets me is how people follow like TV programs, stuff like that. And I mean, we watch TV programs. Some of them are quite good, some of them are just bollocks. You know, but when a big team and the guy's been outed as a fake, you know, and whoever's outing them has put the evidence on TV, on the screen, on YouTube, whatever it is, and say, well, here, you know, he's a fake, and here's the evidence that shows everybody what this guy or what this individual's done. Still follow them, knowing that he's been outed as a fake, or he or she will been outed as a fake. That's always puzzles me. Why still? Why say, "Oh, they're the greatest team," and blah blah blah? This wee guy outed them.
Well, and that goes back. That goes back to basically your question about do you feel that the paranormal's calmed down and the para-unity type of thing. It will never happen. There's no such thing. It will never happen because of these big teams, these big YouTubers that anywhere they go, they get major activity. And you, not just myself, but you and Craig know yourself, you can go and spend 6, 7, 8 hours in a location, in the freezing cold, in the rain, whatever it is, the travel time, taking all your stuff to there, all your equipment, and get absolutely nothing. But yet,
Right.
these people can go there and get all this demonic, always demonic
Yeah.
activity. And that's why there's no such thing as para-unity, because it's impossible because of these people that are getting recognised.
And there's no such thing as sort of like a little girl ghost. Little girl ghost always has to be a demon in disguise or something like that, you know. And it's, you know, it's always antagonistic, and
It's
Yeah.
getting it's getting far too fast. I'll give you a wee quick prime example, right? So I watch a lot of debunking stuff, right? And I've actually been in contact with one of the big debunkers. Beardo got scared. I've been chatting back and forth with him and stuff like that. Hooking up maybe next year to do a wee collaboration with him and get him out. He believes in the paranormal, but he always looked to debunk. And he's probably the biggest debunker on YouTube that you'll find. And he'll basically call out like Ghost Adventures. He'll call out all these people, and hopefully tries to get a response from them. So there's this boy in America, and he's well renowned. He's in Hollywood. I say he's about 22, right? That's how young he is. He's about 22, and he's a psychic, right? He's a psychic, and what he does is he contacts your celebrities that's passed away, i.e. your Michael Jacksons, your Robin Williams, people that's so easy to find in Google and find so much information, so much family connections, every single thing on Google that you can find about this person, you'll find. So he'll then contact the celebrities that's passed away. It will have the celebrity's family there. So whether that's siblings, parents, things like that, and he'll say, "Oh, he's here," and he's telling me about how he lost his best friend 10 years ago, and they're like, "Oh, how do you know that?" And it's like, it's all on Google. It's on Google. And he's worth like something like, I think that Beardo done a deep dive, he's worth something like 20 million or 200 million. That's how much his boy's worth. Because he's just out and bull crap.
You nearly say something else there, didn't you?
Oh, no. But it just shows you how, and it's disrespectful, but
Yeah.
not just for the fact that maybe celebrity. You look at Michael Jackson, right? There's people there that's lived, breathed Michael Jackson. You know what I mean? He passed away, so upset. Michael Jackson was alive. You know what I mean? Concerts, music, everything. Michael Jackson was their life, and then you've got this young boy that's coming along, saying he's in contact with Michael Jackson. To Michael Jackson's family, spouting the things that you could find on Google.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just this, it's disrespect for the family, Michael Jackson himself, and those who basically praise and see Michael Jackson as a king. Basically, it's so disrespectful. And then you're like, how gullible can people be?
You know.
Oh, very. People.
And that goes back to, that's why it's not that I'm not a believer in para-unity. I'm not a supporter of para-unity because I know it's never a thing. It never will be a thing. It will never be a thing.
Sarah and I, years ago, were in this American group. Can't mind the name of it. I wouldn't name them anyway. But we ended up, we were with admin or something. We were
Admin, yeah.
we ended up admin in it. But we left because every single day there was a new kind of drama. And it was quite a big group, you know, and then the guy that ran it, he gave up. He gave it up and says to us, you know, you want to run it and take care of him. But then we don't know stuff this. You know, it's every single day. Majority of the members were Americans, so we were waking up to about 200 messages on our phone. You know, and it was all bitching between each other. You know, oh, he said this and she said that to you, and I don't agree with what you said, and blah blah blah. And we told you know what? No, enough's enough. And we just ended up and telling them, you go in with yourself because that's not what we're here for. You know, and we've all had our fair share of drama, you know, since we all started, you know, one way or another. But at the end of the day, you know, you've seen regular with these big celebs. We were actually saying this with John and Kate last week about, you know, these idiots that come on and say, I'm in touch with Elvis and I'm in touch with Queen Elizabeth and Lisa Marie, and I've got Lisa Marie and Elvis here now. Michael Jackson's turned up. He's popped in, say hello. No, he's away. And as I say to John, just leave these celebs alone. You know, let them rest. You know, they've earned their rest. Just leave them in peace. If they want to get in touch and contact with somebody, then they will. You know, when they're ready, whether it's a family member or whatever. But it's all these, you know, balloons that come on. And I mean, there's one particular, you know what I'm talking about. He usually goes in a huff when you mention his, you know what I mean? And he's contacted everybody.
It's like, God forbid you lose somebody, right? That means so much to you. You then wake up the next day or the next couple of days that's passed, and you've got some idiot, oh, I'm in contact with this. Do you remember a few years ago, I think it was maybe last year actually, down in England somewhere, I can't remember what it was, there was the woman that just up and left, and then she was last seen in a park sitting at a bench. She had young kids, and then they couldn't find her, they ended up finding the body in the water.
Aye.
Right?
Aye.
So when they found her, and obviously says what her name was and stuff like that, and young kids. And then you get this bloody idiot that's sitting at that bench with a spirit box or whatever machine he's using, saying he's in contact with her, right? Now, these people are grieving, her family are grieving. Can you imagine they went onto YouTube? They went onto YouTube, right? Just, it's been a long day, I'm just going to go to YouTube and just take my mind off things. Bang! Next minute on your YouTube feed, this guy sitting in the bench that your missus or sister, daughter was last seen. He's sitting there saying he's in contact with her. Can you imagine that?
I mean, it's disgusting. I mean, you're making money out of people's loss. You're using people's loss to big yourself up, which is, you know, beyond despicable.
And that's what it is, Craig, as you say. They just see the money, and that is the big problem in the paranormal now. It's money. It's money. And it's if you really want to kind of get down that road, it potentially could be easy money. You know, you could go to a private investigation, a house investigation, some type of property investigation, and say, right, we'll come in and investigate. It's going to be £250. That's fine. 2 a.m, right? That's what we've got. We're going to need to come back because there's definitely some sort of dark entity here. The usual. We're going to need to come back. We're looking maybe next week, but it'll be £250. However, if it goes over the midnight mark or the 1 o'clock in the morning mark, it's going to be £50 per hour. And these people that genuinely want help are just looking for answers. They'll pay that.
Mm-hmm.
They'll pay it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, as I've said about 10 times now, that's when it comes back to the para-unity and all this. It will never happen. It will never happen. Because the legit people, yourselves and stuff like that, we would go and date for free. And that's the thing. Fair enough. And I'll be honest, we've started public stuff now. Scott, you know yourself, Craig, probably you as well. I've always said I would never do public stuff. Always said it. I'm not here to look for money and whatnot. I've always said it. However, we always gain and look to get people out investigating with the team. But then when we spoke about it and looked in the bigger picture, you could go to a location that's maybe not suitable for somebody that's maybe got some sort of disability or something along those lines. Maybe they can't walk that far to a location. And out in a band and stuff, you can come across different type of people. You know what I mean? There is that risk factor.
Yeah.
The last thing that we want is to take so many people out and something happens, whether young people turn up or whether somebody gets injured, things like that. So that's why we opted to do the public stuff, because it's in a safe environment. You know what I mean? We do not make any money off that at all. Nothing. We just do it because we want to get people out and experience it firsthand. Whether it's for the aim or whether it's not. Whether they might come out the first time and say, it's not for me, I'll never go back there, it's a load of crap. Or maybe they go, that was actually quite interesting. And then they come back out. But that's why we do it. But then on the other side of that, you've got teams there that will charge X amount that are not interested in the paranormal. They just do it to make money. They don't look to debunk nothing. They're just there to try and make it as entertaining as possible to make that money.
Yeah.
And again, Scott, as I says, that's why it comes back to the para-unity thing. It's just a cycle.
But the thing is, there's always been, you know, with the spiritual thing, especially in the Victorian era, there was always this kind of like people trying to con people, doing fake seances, doing fake, you know, things, maybe they're contacting the dead, and it was more. That's how kind of like magicians kind of like started coming up and started doing that, because okay, they were doing it for entertainment value, but again, there were people out there that were doing the same things, but they were literally they were doing the Victorian era, and it's still being done now, where they're making money out of people's misery or exploiting these people just by saying, you know, you've lost your loved one, come here and you can talk to him, and we'll do that. And they've got, you know, the person behind the curtain wafting things about, and somebody wires lifting up the table and everything. It's just that nowadays it's some more technical side of things, you know, where it's just like, okay, we'll take you out. Oh, we'll hear something. Oh, that little sound is a ghost, or that little sound, or, you know, they could pick up anything through receivers or something like that and just go, that's Michael Jackson. Oh, he said that. Oh, yeah, now I'm getting through. You know, it's sadly, it's a thing that's been going on ever since you know, there was spiritualists, and ever since there was like a belief. I think it's just got more prevalent now because of YouTube, and because anybody now can be famous for 15 minutes, you know, and you know, you can just post it up online and just go, boom, that's a ghost, boom, you've got about, you know, 50,000 followers, you know, and simply by saying this is a voice, this is a ghost, and people will believe it, you know. Which is what I think is quite good about teams like ours, where we always debunk if we can, you know, on the night if something comes through, debunk it if we can. We always go out there just to kind of say, we'll probably start off by sort of like saying, you know, we might not get anything, we might get something, we might not get anything, but that's part of the excitement. Whereas like you said, if you're going out there saying automatically, we're going to get a ghost, you know, people are going to expect a ghost, and that's what they're going to be listening out for.
Yep.
And so then any noise in the background can become a ghost, you know, you can say that's a ghost whether it is or isn't. They'll believe it because you've told them at the beginning you're going to find a ghost, you know. And it's just
you get these people that do. I mean, the specialism side, that when the Fox sisters started in New York in the late 1800s, and it exploded across America, just nationwide, and then it came to the UK and it exploded. So this was something new. This was something different that nobody had ever done before, and nobody knew. So it brought out a lot of these platform mediums. Simply, platform medium, they gets the name for the medium. Some person on a stage saying, I've got your Auntie Edna here or your Uncle Harry. And, a lot of people saw this as a way to make money because it was new to everybody and nobody had a clue about spiritualism or the paranormal. And so all of a sudden, these guys, or women turning up saying, right, I'm a medium. And these people believe that. All right, he's a medium, so he knows what he's talking about. And it's the same with it. I think the bigger you are, the more people are going to believe it. There was he's passed away now, but there was a TV medium who was on a show. Still going to this day. Ran for many, quite a lot of years. And I went to see him at the Royal Concert Hall in Glasgow years ago. And he was on for about an hour and a half or something. And he was doing the stairs and then he came up the stairs and he never got a thing right all night. The entire night, everything he said was wrong. And folk were just, he's a fake. He's full of, crap, basically, and all the rest of it. But he's millions of followers.
Yeah.
And a guy like that who's meant to have, these amazing gifts, and to stand in the Royal Concert Hall with a couple of thousand people, don't know how many it holds, and get everything wrong. You expect to at least get one or two things right, maybe.
And that's what you think about is it down to these people that follow them or just they're after hope? You know what I mean? Is it the same as people that watch these big teams or people that get these bigger well-known teams out to their properties? They're just looking for that hope, that answer, and these people just carry on for money. That's
it's usually there alone. If you lose somebody, whether it be a partner or a parent or something, you're devastated. You're all of a sudden they're gone and they're not coming back. And so you are sitting there and you're wanting some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Some kind of
validation,
assurance that they're still there. Somewhere they're still kicking about. And that's when these trumpets step in. Say, well, I know you just recently lost someone. I'll sit with you and see if we can, I'm getting him. I'm getting, his name was Harold and all the rest of it, And it just totally preys on them. And it's disgusting. It's the same as these other teams. And it really two things that really get me. You're going to started now. Going to started. It's when they say, one, we're the best team in the UK, or there's an individual going about who says he's the best paranormal investigator in the UK. Bollocks. And probably not watched that anyway, but whoever does, and he's been getting slated quite a wee bit recently on several YouTube channels.
Yeah, without saying too much.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who it is. I think I know who it is.
Mm-hmm.
But if it is, then as I was saying about the debunking so much, I know who it is.
This guy you're talking to, the debunker, he needs to wear a mask by any chance, does he?
No, you're thinking of the Shade.
No,
the Shade. No. Check, honestly. If you want to check out his Beardo Gets Scared, I'll send you it, right? And he's so interesting. He's for Wales. And he's into the paranormal, right? He'll tell you he's not a believer, but he wants to be a believer. So So he'll go to these big locations that people have been to in Britain and stuff. I think he's heading out to America this year. And he'll go and he'll find out for himself, but he'll tell you it's not necessarily say it's not haunted, it might just be the fact that that night wasn't my night to take activity. But he'll call Bill, I was going to swear.
Mhm.
But he'll call Bill for that. If, like, there's been so many teams, big teams, you've got, is it Sam and Kobe that's on YouTube?
Yeah.
He's done Name, he's done, I can't remember, there's a man and the women that are known to toe tap, so they're known to hold hands, right, in America. It's quite interesting. If you watch it, they hold hands, and they'll say, if there's any spirits here, can you make 3 knocks? And you'll hear, right? But that originated from 3 sisters, right? And they basically said it was us that was doing it. We studied how to move our toe to make that knock.
Yeah.
So, but this is what they're doing. So, Beardo has called them out and says, right, I tell you what, I'll meet up with you. I will pay my way to come and meet you. If you want to come here, I will pay for you to come here and put you up for the night or the week or whatever. But I want you to take your shoes off and ask the same questions to see if you get a knock. Because they don't take their shoes off. They keep them on. And that's what he's asked, is just take your shoes off when you come here and ask a question. And the amount of grief that he's got for asking that, because obviously that male and female, I can't remember their name. They've got so many followers, as you were talking about earlier, Scott, about millions and millions of followers, and folk can't believe it. But they've now started attacking Beardo, because Beardo just said, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I've looked into these 3 sisters, and they've said that they faked it. This is what they've done. They learned how to move their big toe, so it's a tapping noise. So it would be like, I think he described it as like tap, tap. That's basically what we're doing. And it's always wooden floors that they ask the question. So he said, come over, I'll come out to yours. Pay whatever, I'll pay you this money, whatever you want to do. But ask the questions with your trainers or your shoes or your boots off. And they'll know there. And that just sums it up.
They know they'll be caught out. I mean, this individual, you know, he's done quite a lot in the paranormal. But now a lot of his stuff being called into question. And again, he does not like it. I've spoken to people that know him, and they've turned around and says, "Aye, this has been faked, that's been faked, blah blah blah."
Can I? Sorry, Scott, you're going to regret me having on your show because I always talk, right? Can I just ask one question? I think I know who it is, but have you been in contact with him before?
Aye.
Without saying too much?
If you look at your chat as a private thing in the chat, if you look at the side that says private chat. Look at the screen that says private chat.
I've not got it.
You've not got it?
No. I don't know if it's because I'm on Chrome.
All right. Well, what I'll do is I'll just I'm mailing you.
Right, got it. It's fine. I know who it is. That's fine.
Craig knows who it is anyway. I don't need to mail him. Craig knows who it is.
I had my suspicions, but you can.
Well, here's another one. Also, usually yourself, I've been watching the debunk stuff. I'm looking. I was planning to start this year to start my debunking stuff. Not necessarily to call out teams, but just to debunk them and say, right, this is kind of what genuine teams are up against, blah blah blah. So obviously I've been in contact with a few, and Beardo as well, and stuff like that. And if you go to his channel, you'll see a lot about the guy in question. you'll see a lot about it, as well as other debunking teams. And see, as soon as his name's mentioned by these debunking teams, oh my god, see the aggressiveness messages that they get, emails, oh this, oh no, I'm this, I'm that. We don't fake it, and this and that. And apparently, as far as I'm aware, that there's actually stuff put inside the walls to cause the knocking, to cause the movement. It's all been placed inside, and I think it's something like it's not cheap to hire it for the night, basically, per room or whatever, as we'll say. It's not cheap, but apparently there's stuff put in. There's wee mechanisms and wee trigger things when you walk by. They'll make a wee noise and stuff like that.
Like these debunking channels, people see them, people call them troublemakers and etc. and S-stirrers and that, but they're not. They're just people who are wanting to get to the bottom of something, whether it be a photograph. They just want to know, well, is this real or is it not? Same as it does. But
skeptics want to believe, but they just they want ultimate proof. So I mean,
Well, that's it.
that's
It's
it.
like-
They want proof beyond doubt. So of course, if something happens and they're going to look to debunk it, and if they can't find anything to debunk, then it could be sort of like ghostly. But many people think that skeptics are, against, don't believe in spirits and anything like that. Many of them do. That they're just looking for ultimate proof. The ultimate proof of it. And that's the only thing. If you go against the grain, or if you attack somebody, or you if you verbally criticize somebody who's got a lot of followers or got anything like that, of course you're going to get payback from the followers.
the fans are
Like burn the witch, basically disbelief type of thing. They're always going to attack you, but they're not going to stay beside. That's just like, look, I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to sort of like get to the truth behind this. Just get to the truth of are there ghosts, are there not ghosts, and everything, and trying to reveal these people that are just, doing it just for the money, doing it just for, to get the likes, the attention, and everything.
and then
See, the thing is as well, like if you're passionate about the paranormal, you're passionate about the journey and just interested in general, right? You don't say necessarily believe, but you're just looking for that wee what if. Then you're well in your right to question these people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, and see these people that get questioned, and they're the ones that basically take a wee bitch fit. Is it alright to say bitch on it, Scott? Is that alright?
Grant,
They're the ones that kind of, they take offence to being not necessarily called out, but just questioned on it, and they take offence to that, and then they react with nasty messages or nasty emails. That's the one straight away that they genuinely do not have belief in the paranormal. See the ones that say, all right, like if we were out investigating, right? Spigs out investigating, and we've put footage up, and we're like, is it possibly paranormal? We don't know. And somebody comes in and says, well, no, it's not, because somebody's clearly walked by that light and this and that and that. Then I would say, right, I'll have a wee look at it. Thanks for sharing that. You know what I mean? It's actually helped us understand that that's why it's happened.
Yeah.
But these people go, no, we never faked it. No, we never. But you did. But
I mean, if you see something happened, with Thomas and this individual, say something's happening, you're always going to get people who are going to doubt you. Even us, you know, doubt folk have doubted some of the stuff we put up, you know, and yourselves and all. But if you get nothing, if you're not faking it, and somebody comes and says, "Well, I don't believe your wee room's haunted," you say, "Well, you know, that's your opinion. I respect that. If you want to come along, you spend a couple hours in it yourself and see what you think after. If you still think it's not haunted, fair enough. You don't go on the attack. You don't say, well, you are this, and you know, get your thousands of fans to jump on the boat with you. And you say, well, that's your opinion, you know, but you're welcome to go and have a look for yourself, and then you know, give me your thoughts on it. The other thing about debunking is, I think it's good because it lets anybody new come out of paranormal. You know, if somebody's used if somebody wants to come out of paranormal, they're going to watch these shows, they're going to watch these YouTube channels, all the rest, and they're going to see, the chances are they're going to see some of this stuff, which is a load of crap, and believe it. So they're coming into the paranormal with this false image of how it is. Whereas if you've got folk out there that are debunking this stuff, then this newbie, whatever you want to call them, coming out and saying, right, well, all right, so that's not true then. Right, so scrap that one. They're coming in with a more realistic view on the paranormal rather than this, you know, well, it's all demons and wolf-like headstones and stuff. Does that make sense? It makes sense.
It does. It's like, if you, as you were saying, like, also there's teams out there that don't debunk stuff, right? Debunking is a definite. You need to debunk stuff. Because if you don't, every single thing's did you hear that rumbling during that at somebody's tummy? But it's paranormal. You know what I mean? So you need to debunk everything. But yeah, if you don't, and you've got somebody that's interested in the paranormal, go, oh, that's quite cool. REM pod goes, right, and it turns out that it's a mouse, right, or a moth, right, flying about the REM pod. But you're playing along and saying, oh man, that's the REM pod's gone, or you know yourself, the walkie-talkie causes the REM pods to go and stuff like that. And you play along with that, then this individual that's interested in the paranormal and decides, I'm actually going to go and try that. I'm going to go out and investigate. And then next minute they're out to buy themselves a REM pod, buy themselves all this equipment. The REM pod goes, it's a moth or it's a mouse. They're automatically going to think that that's paranormal. Wherefore, if you debunk that and say, right, wait a minute, no, it was a mouse, it was a moth, the location we're in, we're outdoors or whatever, it was that caused it, then they can then go, wait, hold on, wait a minute, that team I was watching said it might be a mouse or it might be a moth. Well, there's a whole check.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Rather than going, oh, paranormal. And then it's just like a snowball effect. It just kind of just keeps going. So that's why you need to debunk stuff. And on the same side of that, it's a shame when you genuinely think you've got some sort of activity that's unbelievable, but then you debunk it, and you're like, you're so gutted. But on the same side, you're like, right, fair enough, we debunked it. You know what I mean? Rather than going, oh, it's paranormal when it isn't really. There's nothing worse when you think that you've captured something that's unreal and you can't wait to show your put it on your group, put it on other pages, and just share that. But then when it's debunked, you're gutted. You're like, ah. But that's part of it, really. That's the other side of it. You need to debunk. You can't just put everything down as paranormal.
We've had that, especially when we were listening to EVPs, and we could hear we could hear a whisper, a woman's voice whisper. And, you know, Laura and Sarah calling to right away. I thought, who the hell is that? Who the hell's that? And then turned out it was Laura, you know, just talking. And so they think, oh, we go, you know, whispering woman again, whatever, and then you think, it's Laura, damn it, thought I had something there. But the same the other side of the coin is, you're glad because you can put that up on the page or send it to, you know, people say, oh, listen, this whispering lady cannot explain it. Then somebody else can buy and say, that sounds like Laura. So, I mean, a perfect example is the swinging door.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that happened like 3-4 times. And you yourself, David, and I, we knew it wasn't any of us.
No.
You know, and with a rough idea how the door worked and what have you. But we still tried to, I don't know how long we spent, quite a wee while, trying to debunk this bugger. And we just could not do it. And if we'd managed to explain it, if we'd managed to debunk it, the theories would probably have been gutted.
Would it?
You know, because
Even to this day, see that location. We just put that hinge like ever so slightly on it, right? And it's never happened. It's never happened ever. And I'm talking about, you know, yourself, didn't you? You walk by that door, you walk through that door, you're back, the vibrations and things like that, and it's never happened, and that's what makes that a wee bit more interesting. But as you said, if you debunk that, you're gutted, but on the same side, you're happy with the fact that you debunked it. But yet you've got these people out there, they just don't debunk. They just like everything is paranormal, every single thing, and it goes on to. I'm going on a rant now, and it goes on to each environment's different. So if you are doing a homestead investigation, you're doing some sort of business investigation, you're indoors, you've got heating, you've got pipes, you've got this and that, they're probably going to make noises at some point. If you're out in abandoned stuff, it's been derelict fake, early 1900s, whatever, you're not really going to get pipes, but on the same side, you're going to get maybe rubble. If you walk through rubble, it kind of maybe unsettles it, but it's eventually going to maybe just make that move. Or if you're walking on old floorboards, they're eventually going to creak. So you get different scenarios in each location. But yet, these people go out and say, "Oh, it's paranormal." Or did you hear that floorboard creak? It's paranormal. That door open. It's paranormal. Prime example. I'm not going to mention any names until I start doing my own stuff. A team went through baths, used the SLS camera, but it was through the phone, right? So, what's it called? You get the SLS and it comes through. I can't remember what it is. It's basically SLS through an app on your phone, right? The stick man, but it's through your phone. Now, for anybody that understands the paranormal and stuff like that, when you use the SLS camera, whether it's the actual proper camera, whether it's the app or whatever else you're using, it's got to be stationary. You cannot move that, because when you move that, it casts shadows and things like that. People move, things move when in the wind, the sun sets up and causes different shadows, all that sort of stuff. So they ran through baths, they were in a room, and they were standing at a door. Now, when you look at the door, you can see there's a bit of decay, there's a bit of dampness at the door frame, right? So this app is mapped that in as a stick figure, which it will, right? So it's mapped it in. So they shut the door, which starts covering it puts a shadow over the decay on the wall, right? So it kind of takes on a stick figure. They then open the door, the stick figure appears. They're saying, "Oh, can you show yourself?" They open the door, stick figure appears. This and that. And I'm like, what? So, bear in mind, they're holding the phone like this, right? So they move away, and as they move away, the stick figure vanishes. But as they move back, it hits that kind of decay and kind of damp spot, the stick figure appears. And they were calling that paranormal. So I left a wee comment saying, "No big fan of the app. Basically, it states it's for entertainment purposes." So they kind of get a wee bit nasty with me. So I was like, "Do you know what? When I go to this location, I'm going to get the SLS from my phone and stuff like that, and go to that exact area just to see." if I can get it. You wait for me to say that I've done it, but I never, because I forgot about it. But anyway, but no, but that's the thing. You like when you use certain equipment, it's like SLS and stuff like. See the SLS camera and stuff. See if you take it to like a cemetery or a grave, something with gravestones, right? It will 95% map in gravestones as a figure. That's what it'll be. But this team they're based in Scotland, right? They're a high Scott. You know who I'm talking about. You should know who I'm talking about.
Keep going.
The based right up there. It's a guy and a woman, and like
Aye.
their calibers up there. Now, if they're up there so much, right, and they're that professional in the paranormal, they should understand. One, if you download an app and it says entertainment purposes only, stay away from it, because it states there black and white, entertainment purposes only. And two, if you're using some sort of SLS camera, well, it's the actual connector through the phone app, it has to be stationary. You cannot move it because it maps in different shapes, different shades, sizes, all the dampness, decay, anything that represents some sort of human figure, it'll map in, whether that's a coat hanging up or a bag hanging up, it'll map it in. That's what it does. But for them to be that high up and well renowned and go to these award ceremonies and stuff like that, it just basically shows you that the paranormal is basically FUCKED.
I know you're talking because I was going to get. They were due to come on the show a few weeks back, and kind of found out about them and stuff like that through your good self, and so they get bagged basically. Whoever they give me time of day.
And also the new thing is now, right? And it's not that team does it, but other teams do. So I'm going to go down the famous haunted dolls, right? Now it's a thing to put your haunted dolls in your car. Put a seatbelt on them. And take them a drive. Up a wee back road or wherever you shall go. Take them a drive. Pull over. And then ask for the spirits to come forward.
So is this from the same individuals you were just talking about?
Yes, but other teams are doing it now. So if you've got 2 haunted dolls or 3, if you've got 5 haunted dolls, you need to purchase a Vauxhall Zafira. You need to purchase a people carrier. Because what they're doing is putting them in and putting belts on them and taking wee drives up country roads. And then pulling over in the dark and saying, Janet, can you come forward? Do you took your wee drive? Can you come forward, Betty? Anna Gale, are you there? Look at the scenery.
This is the thing. How can they, all this crap that's going on? It will probably short down for us, but this is the job last week. I just speak my mind. I don't like it. How can we not just get back to basics? Do you know what I mean?
Basic stuff.
Taking things in a dry, seriously, come on. I mean, do you ask them where they like to go? Do you want to be running to Glasgow, or do you want to go the other way? Or go to Stranraer or something?
See, Scott, see if you go onto that team, onto that page, and you watch it, you'll generally say, thank God. That's what I'm going to say. You'll be like, thank God. I'm going to myself into that.
No, you didn't realise that, because that's going to get the better of me now. So I'm going to have to give another look.
I'm talking, like, oh, she's under 1 foot. You better get her a car seat. That's what I'm talking about.
I'll tell you,
That's really good, and that's when you're like, as you say, back to basics. See, when I first, I think I told you, Scott, obviously, But just when I was 18, which was what, 18 years ago, right? When I was 18, I went out with a team that were based in Northern. We went in, me, Margaret, took my stuff that nobody would know. But then went out and I'm sitting thinking, alright. But it was in something happened. There was a static, there was a kind of a ball that came out the Ardrossan Castle it was. She says to me there's something in the corner there, so I was recording and this kind of ball light came out and it's hit the camera and it's went all that kind of static white noise kind of white. But that's kind of what get me hooked. But back then it was just based, there was no carry on, there was no social media, there was no face, there was nothing like that. It was just go and enjoy yourself for the night. A Friday night we would go, the boys my age at 18, 19, 20, at that time were away out, the usual, be at the pub, clubs. I'm away out in the freezing cold, trying to just communicate and interested in it. And it was just basic stuff. And I was going to say everybody, so me maybe worked with a couple of teams, 2 or 3 teams. But it wasn't anything like now, like, oh, I've got the best equipment. Oh, this cost me this. Oh, this and that. Oh, I made this much money. Oh, I'll do this and do that. There was nothing like that. And it's social media that's ruining it. It's ruining it. Don't get me wrong, on the other side, social media is good because it helps get your name out and people kind of recognise you. But on the same side, it's social media that's causing it because it's a competition. That's what it is. It's a competition. Folk are after that first place. They want to be that main team. They just want to be that main team.
When are people going to sit up and realise that Spirit doesn't care how famous you are? They follow you, or, you know, if they're going to be on your show and all the rest of it. Spirit doesn't give a toss, you know, and the paranormal really does need to get back to basics, you know. And I know I might sound like, you know, what they call it, a warrior or campaigner, what the hell you call it, I don't know. But
Karen.
a what?
Karen.
A Karen. I'm a Karen.
A thumb.
You know, a fighter for paranormal basic rights, you know. Sign a petition, you know, and Spirit doesn't care. And people need to realise this, you know. And you know, you might get sort of John Bobby getting in with a big £500 SLS camera, and then you get me getting in with a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
Spirit, I'm going to look at Bobby. You know, he's got a big camera. You know, you know, rather than this cheeky, you know, with a ping pong ball. Okay.
It's the same as like if a Spirit, right? Me, you, and Craig, for talk's sake, right?
Yeah.
We went to a location and we're in the verge of trying to communicate with a Spirit. We're trying different experiments and questions stuff and get nothing, right? We then go next week, but it's me, you, and Craig, and we'll say Rod Stewart, right? We go, do you think the Spirits are going to go, they're back again, but this time you've got Rod Stewart?
You're Rod Stewart.
So we're going to communicate with Rod Stewart. Doesn't it work like that? You know what I mean? We're going to communicate with Rod Stewart because that is Rod Stewart, but they passed away in the 1800s. But that's Rod Stewart, so we'll communicate with him. Doesn't it work like that?
It is.
It's the way I kind of like think of it is just like with people, with the groups that bring all these expensive equipment and all that, press the button, turn that light on. You're trying to talk to people who were dead in the 1800s. What are they going to know what a torch is or what basically is light thing? They're just sort of like going to say, you know, they're going to look at it and say, we don't understand what, you know, what we're going to do, you know, which is great. And then you put it just back, but you show them a ball and everybody knows a ball, like move the ball.
Everybody knows
Right there, you know. You show them a bell, ring that bell, you know, and, you know, move that.
I think it's, as you're saying, Craig, it's on different locations, like, you could go into depth of looking at history, and then when they passed away, or the last person passed away, when the house was maybe left in a building or something that's been derelict and stuff like that. That way you kind of found it right. But that was based back in the 1800s, 1900s or whatever, so we could try this method back then. But if we're going with laptops, phones, bloody cameras and stuff like that, it's like putting us back then. If we were to travel back to the 1800s and they went, what's this? And we're like, don't know. But it's something so simple to them that means that they use it on a day-to-day basis, or whether it's through their interests or whatever. But we don't understand it. It's the same as them, innit? It's so.
They would have used stuff back then. It's with Loudon, it's with the farm at Loudon, you know, the ones have sent us photographs of stuff that he's found. And so a couple of bits and pieces we don't have a clue what they are.
Huh?
Tell us what they were, and they were quite common back in the 1800s, but we don't know what the hell's that, you know. But Spirit, I know, can be quite picky and choosy who they want to talk to. You know, and a prime example for I can give you is when we were doing Caldwell, and we get loads of activity at Caldwell, which was all in the lives and all the rest of it. In case everyone thinks I'm just blowing out my own backside. But what we did was one time we took another team. This is before we made a good sales rigger. Well, before, you know. Didn't even know the Chubster from Penny existed then.
Oh, you know the Chubster now. You know the Chubster now.
My fridge is empty. Anyway, but so we took we see some ladies come along because I wanted another team to come in and see for validation. So what we did was you had the basement and then you had the first floor where the stairwell was. And I said, well, what we'll do is we'll go down the basement for an hour, use the up here for an hour, and then we'll swap up. We'll not tell each other, you know, what's going on. We'll just swap her. And so we went down the basement. I don't think we go much, did we?
Oh, we did.
Did we? In the basement?
Uh-huh.
Shows you my memory. So we were quite a bit in the basement. But so after an hour, I went up the stairs. I says, right, you know, time to swap over. I had to ask, you know, because you're curious. What did you get? And they said, nothing. They'd was it a teddy bear or something?
Yeah.
They says the bear had moved slightly, but that could have been a draft, the wind, whatever. You know, so that's all we got. The bear moved. That's it. Not a thing. So she's right, you know, we'll swap round. And so we started investigating, you know, calling out on the first player. And more or less straight away, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We got answers back. We got activity in the K2 straight away, whereas they spent an hour and get nothing. So is it a case because the spirits knew us?
Yeah.
You know, they recognised it, they remembered us, but this was that team had never been to Caldwell before. So we don't know them. We haven't talked to them, but we know them. So we're going to have a word with them. You know, some people might think, you know, that's a load of crap, doesn't work like that. But who's to say it does?
The thing is, well, with spirits, obviously there's in the spirit world there's no such thing as time and stuff like that, right? That's fine, that's people's opinions, but is there though? Is there the case where a spirit goes, do you know what, I can't be? Is there a case where a spirit goes, I'm in a good mood? Oh look, there's some people I'm going to communicate with them. You know what I mean? Is it? It's like us. They were here like us. You know what I mean? They were here to experience maybe the same things as us, or the emotions that maybe we've individually experienced. And whether that's made them a stronger person, or it's made them a weaker person when they were living, or maybe they were a strong-minded person or shy person, they must carry that over. And it's not necessarily to say that when you pass away, you've got the abilities to communicate with people, or you've got the abilities to be here. You know what I mean, on Earth and this sort of thing. But it's surely they must have different types of emotions. They must, because if there's days when we go to a location or other teams go to location and you get really, really good activity and you believe there's a certain spirit, you then go the next week. The certain that spirit that you had good communication with, he's there or she's there. You know they're there, but they're just not want to communicate. That's down to emotion. It's down to emotion. It's and I know a lot of people say energy and this and that, but it genuinely is emotion. Whether that's I can't be bothered, I've seen it before, or I'm too tired. You know, it's just something that we'll never understand.
That you just, and when we passed our week over the lazy said the body, the other weird thing that day at Caldwell was when we arrived there, I took them on a wee, I said, right, come on, I'll show you about the place. And it's kind of falling apart, so I'll show you some dodgy bits. And I took them down to the basement, and I think there was 4 of them there, and myself. And when we were down the basement, I took them to the left-hand side. You don't know where I'm talking about. Down went to the left-hand side, and it was the first room. We went in there, and so it's kind of falling apart here. And I heard this woman, and I swear down on Emmy, turn and say, why? And it was longer than that, but it was like, why? And I turned round and looked towards the window. Well, it used to be the window. And I says to her, did you hear that? Not one of them heard it. But I heard it as clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
It was, the rest of the team, they were up the stairs. And it wasn't any of them. It was actually somebody in that room. And it wasn't recorded or so, though. It was just one of those things that happened. But I turned and looked her to the right-hand side of me. And but the rest of them, they were totally oblivious. Never heard that. I don't know. How did you not hear that? I heard that. And no, if spirit doesn't want to talk to you, then they'll just no bother talking to you. And just say, maybe they can, maybe they've not learned it yet, how to do it. It's like, it's going to sound a really stupid comparison, but you'll get what I mean. It's like if we say I moved to America, right, and and somebody says, do you have to Scott? I say, no, I've not heard from him recently, I've heard from him quite a few days. And I'm out there trying to work out how to get my phone to work. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then you hear from me once I figure out how to make my phone work, how to phone you or mail, whatever, on my phone and say, I heard from him because he worked it out. So who's to say it's no like that on the other side? You with me?
It's the same as...
That makes sense.
It does. It's the same as like when folk go to these known demonic locations, right, where there's activity that's absolutely out of this world. Folk are getting scratched, fucking eyeballs getting grabbed out and stuff like that. Unbelievable stuff. Then when you go there, it's like, is it just a grumpy spirit? It's just a grumpy man, a grumpy woman. It just, that's what they were like in life. Because you still get that to this day. You get wee John that just, he's set his ways. He likes to get up in the morning. He likes to go to the shop, get himself a couple of rolls, get a paper, come back, lock the door, read the paper, watch the horse racing, couple of beers or whatever, couple of coffees, and then settle down for the night. But yet you get kids maybe really fancy him. They're out all night shouting, the music's on and stuff like that. He's going to get agitated because he's used to just having his own kind of his own space, his set time. They then disturb that time, he's going to get agitated. It's not necessarily to say that he's going to go and start shouting at them, but he might be in his property going and shouting at himself like, oh, I can't, because he's set in his ways. So then he passes away. It's more likely that he's going to take that. That's going to go with him.
Yeah.
And he's used to just having that time to himself. Then when we appear and ask questions, He's one to be himself. He's like, why have you appeared? You know what I mean? It's like, no, I've got set ways here. You've appeared. Go away and start shouting and stuff like that. But yet people put it down as demonic.
Yeah.
Because they know the word demonic. You know, people ears are going to prick up.
Grabs attention. Like grabs attention.
These teams, you know, small team, whatever, and they say they've got famous people there. You know, one in particular. And I've told this a few times, but it's still, it still gets me.
I would genuinely love one of these bigger teams, whoever it is in UK, further afield, or the America, whatever, Australia. I'd love for them to get in contact and say, we want to collaborate with you. Because I can put anything on that it would never happen. Ever. Because there's teams I've collaborated with, and it's not necessarily with David, Liz and Stephen, but prior, the folk who were in the team before that, and we've seen them fake it. You know what I mean? We've collaborated with teams that's faked it, and I've genuinely just packed up and left. We've done house investigations where owners have faked it, and we've packed up and left. And that's exactly how it would go. If it doesn't matter if it was, I don't know. Let me think. Who's a big American team? Ghost Adventures. It was Ghost Adventures. Zach Bagans and whoever it is, it's in Aaron or whatever it is. They went, oh, we're going to collaborate with you at the end of the month. Right, cool. That's right. Oh, you collaborate with Ghost Adventures. Blah, blah, blah. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited and stuff like that, but as soon as we went and he started faking it, I'd be like, bye-bye. You're Ghost Adventures, I'm Zach Bagans, and it doesn't matter. I don't care who you are. It would never happen. It would never happen.
As soon as you start faking it or making it up, that's when you can just call it a day, you know. But as I was saying about this team, and I still find it really, really funny. It's just, and the investigated just up the road for us was actually even closer now, being in it since we moved. It's actually nearer now to where they were. And we used to be a castle. I think it's just a brick wall now. Craigie Castle. Craig knows it. Craig knows Craigie can't get it.
Who's Craigie? Who's Craigie? I thought it was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Craigie. Oh, that's Army, in it. I'll be back. Come with me if you want to.
I'm trying to be Zach Bagans.
I will not talk about your says it's fine. It's fine.
Zach Vagans?
Zach Vagans. I use a famous Vagans. Zach
Vagans.
I hear about you back in my homeland, Zach Vagans or Vagans. Anyway, this. I love it, bad in my phone. So anyway, these two individuals, very experienced in the paranormal, very experienced. They went to Craigie Castle. That has very, 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 very slight ties to Sir William Wallace. Very slight ties.
Yeah.
To go William Wallace at Craigie Castle.
Yeah.
Well, William Wallace was up there when they went, and do you know what else they go? They go his horse. I thought it's probably one that says I thought I need an ambulance. See when I was watching it, they were in the middle of a field and they could hear a horse. Obviously, you know, but it was William Wallace's horse. Now, I know William Wallace had one particular horse. I dare say he used a few, but this was Wallace's horse. And they wouldn't they be?
Aye.
They were 100% sure that we've got William Wallace here and his horse, and that, you know, and folk would believe in it. Oh wow, that's amazing, you know. And you see, seriously, you're standing in the middle of a field and you can hear a horse. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just that ended me. That it's,
That's like going to the end of a rainbow and saying, "Oh, I've got a big bag of Skittles."
or a big pot of gold, you know, and the fact that, as I say, people might shoot me down for it, but anyway, it's monkeys with this they need put back in their cage, get out paranormal, you know, and they're all feeding each other information. Like monkeys with peanuts, you know, that was a lot. It was a woman. I thought she had black. And she had a big chest. Huge chest, and she was a nun. I thought I picked up. Do you know what I mean? They're building this thing.
And that's see with at the start of the show, obviously when we mentioned the para-unity thing. That's why it will never happen, because there is teams out there that just like to put a front on, and although you could work with a genuine team, right? You could give a genuine team. Say, no, so you're genuine, right? And you give another genuine team. Genuinely put up genuine. And you collaborate, but yet PIH gets better activity than the other genuine team, right? They received activity, so they capture this unbelievable stuff. I could put basically anything on it that team would then turn on yous, because yous have captured that one thing that they craved, and they would call it fake. That's how it works. It's just don't understand.
It's like Loudon Kirk, right? We've all been there, you know, many times, you know, and it sounds like I'm blowing your trumpet. I'm no, because we always do investigations online as much as possible, and we can back up whatever we find, you know, and we do try and debunk again. But I mean, all our investigations in Loudon Kirk, they get the same names.
Yeah.
You know, and the same kind of responses. So we know it's the same individuals that are there. And you've seen it, I know Laura's seen it, you know, Sarah, Craig, everybody's game is and Will from Will and Kat, what the Paranormal Exposures. What's the name of their group? Sorry, Will and Kat, if you're going to watch. You know, they've been Rosie was up a couple of months ago, and we always get the same names. You got it on the other week there, Ricky, when you've done your investigation.
Yes.
But then these monkeys that I was talking about, they went. And you think about what do you call it? You think the rock gallop at night time? You know, a wee picnic or something at night time.
Scott, can you hold that for 2? I just go to the toilet. That's all right.
Did you not go yesterday?
I'm just going to check on the kids. 2 seconds.
That's a better time. Don't say you need to go and check the way.
We're only human.
That's the idea, man.
Do you need to check in the children as well, Craig?
I can see the child over there.
You can see the child over there.
Yeah. She's quite, the child is quite wearing those headphones.
Totally oblivious to everything that's going on. Right.
That's totally,
But who's to say she's not watching you?
I think she's got the headphones on and she's watching the TV. That's it. But I totally get what you're saying about Loudon, you know, about the fact that we get the same. We're continuously, the amount of times that we've done it, you and I, the team, you know, it's constantly coming through with the same names and constantly coming through with, you know, same responses, same type of, you know, you get a kind of familiarity with, you know, whoever you're kind of contacting. And if another team kind of like comes in, tries to do the same type of thing, type of thing doesn't get anything, maybe that is because, spirits are more familiar with it and everything, and it's, I just,
the individuals at Loudon, they know who they are, and they always do. And even the owner of the native, he came in and investigated. I think it was just Laura and I that was there, and he was there, and he witnessed it for himself and all. And he's got an interest in the paranormal, but he's no. We're not trying to convince him or anything, and he's witnessed stuff up at the farm as well. Just last week, he mailed me to say that he was down the bottom area of the forest, and he heard this woman. This was during the day. This woman say quite clearly, "Hello." She says, "I was there myself. Nobody was about. I was right down the bottom of the hill behind the cottages, and there was a clear woman's voice saying, quite friendly, 'Hello.'" And so he moved with that. But no, that other team went to Loudon, and it was like they were at a prayer meet or something like that. The chairs and the table and the coffees and all the rest of it. It was more like a picnic than anything. And they started coming out with all these weird names. Nicholas, I think it was Nicholas, and all the rest of it. Names we'd never, ever heard in our, entire time there. And
we're having a picnic.
it's right, they were having a picnic. And what's was every time we had been there, Rig included, we've always had the same names. Occasionally we'll get a different name thrown in here and there, which happens, but basically it's the same names all the time. And these clowns went, and they never get one single name that we've always picked up on.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, but they go all these other names. It turned out one of them was reading it off a headstone stuck to a wall that she was standing right next to, but we'll even start on that one. And
I remember that.
you remember that one? We given the name and what this person did, and I think she gave the year as well. And then we went a couple of weeks later, and I was purely by chance. I was standing in the same spot, and I turned around, and I saw this headstone. I was reading it. I thought, wait a minute, that's where so and so was standing. This is where so and so was standing the other week.
Uh-huh.
And that's
See,
it.
do you remember the guy's name came in my head, right? I'm not going to say it, but it did. And it was, I think it was when we first collaborated with you, it was at Loudon. But just before that, I got a message saying, "What do you think of this picture?" So this is off this mail. And I went, "Oh, it's quite interesting. However, I've been to Loudon before, and I think it's a gravestone." His response was, "No, it's definitely not a gravestone. It's a pirate. It looks like a pirate hat." I'm like, "Ah." So it was like a gravestone. It goes like this, and it goes down like this. And it turns out it was a gravestone, because the first time that we collaborated with you, that's the very first point I went to, was that gravestone, and it was that. And I took a picture and I sent him, and he went, "It's definitely not a gravestone." But it's that gravestone. But he was trying to say it was a pirate.
I mind that, and I mind in this other team, mate. Again, on top of their medium, shall we say, said that the burial plot that still got the railings on it was a witch's grave. Right? She says there was there's a witch buried in there. Now we all know it's not. We all know it's a family plot because there's a big history, with all the names written on it, and we all know because we've all been there. But this person was saying that there's a witch buried there. No, there's no. There's nothing there. So the family, they say, go and read spouting.
But that's just to get interest. That's all that is. Rather than just being genuine and going to a location and just saying, right, like when we done our first public one at Renfrew Baths, the first thing that we said, and Liz basically took control because I've been to a public one before, but I've never actually really experienced it to go on board. You know what I mean? Liz experienced how to do public stuff and that, so she kind of took control of it. But the first thing that was mentioned was if you watch things on YouTube and you follow things on YouTube and you watch stuff like Hollywood movies and things to do with ghosts, don't expect that because that's not what it's like. You need a lot of patience, and that's one thing that we've always said, and it's one thing we always agree on is that you need patience.
Aye.
You could go to a location, spend 5 hours calling out and this and that, and just trying to communicate and build that wee trust, and you get absolutely nothing. But yet, when you take yourself away for that, and maybe have a discussion with the team, or just take a wee break, just have a wee discussion, then that's when you might just get that wee bit of positivity, and then you automatically recognise it and you go back to it. Is it the case that they're trying to get my attention? You know what I mean? Or you could go to a location as well where you might just ask that one question that means so much to that spirit, that means so much to that person. Just that one thing. That's when you. See, when we go to locations, when we go to investigations, I'll always ask, can you give me your name? I'm looking for your name because I do not want to call you spirit. I want to call you by your name out of respect. And I think that's quite an important question to ask.
It is.
Rather than saying, "Oh, spirit, you there?" Or rather, as you said it loud, and sitting around and saying people's names off gravestones, stuff like that. Just ask for their name. If they're willing to give you your name, they're willing to communicate with you. You know what I mean? They've got that wee bit of trust in yourself just to communicate, rather than saying, "Oh, it's Jack Sparrow." You know what I mean? And you go there and it's Jack Sparrow on the gravestone. Just ask for their name, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Just go and see what happens. That's all you need to do. But that's never going to be the case with a lot of individuals, groups, whatever you like to call them. There's always going to be these monkeys, you know. They'll just go and everything.
Well, that's how, Scott. I'm just going to jump in very, very quickly, right? That's how I'm saying with it. Back to the Para-Unity thing. I'm not a follower. It's not that I'm not a believer. I'm not a follower in the Para-Unity because it will never happen because there's so many teams or individuals out there that just are the exact same. They'll shoot anybody down or they'll stab anybody in the back just to get their name out. And there's so many teams out there, i.e. the one you were talking about earlier, the guy. You've also got the guy moving that I spoke about. You've also got the other guy in Mormon for England, the baldy man that looks like a thumb, like yourself. You've also got the big American one that contacts celebrities. It's things like that, and it's trying to make folk realise. I always say to the team, we don't very, very rarely we'll go live during an investigation because if you go live, firstly you're looking for a signal, right? You're setting it up. You've got a tripod. You're setting it up. You've got the team to the left, to the right, whatever. Putting equipment out. We'll try here. Oh, signal's dropped. All days we'll move from here to there to get a better signal, right? I'll get a good signal. We'll set equipment up. That's fine. Start calling out. Folk are watching. Oh, signal's dropped. Somebody's commented, very bad signal. I've got a bad signal. What we'll do is, we'll go to the back room where there's a good signal. Straight away, you're not investigating. You're away for that investigation because you're too busy trying to get a signal those folk can watch what you're doing. Rather than they people coming out, you know what I mean? Offer them good. And it's folk you watch obviously are the America or whatever, right? So they obviously can't join you, right? So you genuinely get a lot of folk for Scotland who can join you. But you're too busy trying to get that signal. And if you could get that, there could be a spirit next to you, right? That goes, oh, he's quite interesting. I'd like to speak to him. And they're just building up that wee bit of energy, that wee bit of confidence to communicate with you. But your signal on your phone's right. You then go, oh, stroke. And then that's it. They're no longer interested.
Aye, they're away.
They try to build up that excitement. They're just trying to build up that much just to even let you just hear them. You know what I mean? It's and that's how it works. Years ago, Spike's been what 3 year in February. I'm pretty sure it is 3 year in February. And there was somebody in the team that would come and investigate any private investigation they would do because we would always say we're not going live out of respect. Although the owner could say, oh, you should go live, that's fine. We wouldn't do it. Out of respect. Abandoning stuff. If I say we're going to X, Y, and Z location, the first thing they would say is there a signal? And I would say, there's a signal. Right, cool. Get you there. Sure enough, they would appear. Go there, set it up, equipment out, the usual stuff, our discussion, what we're going to do, what we're going to try, put equipment out, we'll set this here, set that there. They would then go, right, good signal, I'll go live. Oh no, the live's dropped, or somebody commented saying they've got a bad signal, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through this corner of the room, right across where all the equipment is, to the other corner to try and get a signal. Straight away, whatever you've built on or believe that you've communicated with, whatever spirit's there or whatever you believe, that's gone. You just crossed that. Just to get that signal.
We were quite lucky that way with Loudon. We always drive at Loudon because I'm the kind of frame of mind that, you know, teams out there and they go for an investigation, say, right, last night we went to Loudon and this happened and that happened and this happened. And you read about it. But you think, well, you know, where's your proof? Where's your, you know, did you record it? Did you film it? And you say, no, we never filmed it. Whereas if you're doing it as a live, then people are seeing or hearing exactly what you are seeing and hearing as it happens. So say you're standing at Loudon, down the back of the Denver plot, and you hear this huge loud bang or a big crack of a branch or something, then everybody else is going to hear that, and they can see that it's none of us because we're all standing close together. And you say, right, well, you heard that, so we'll go and see what it was. And you take them away to have a look, and so they can see, right, there's nothing here that would make that noise. So they're witnessing what you're witnessing at the same time.
No, don't get me wrong, it is good for that, as you say, if it's happening at that time. But a lot of times when you're investigating and that signal drops, you're more concentrated on because your life's there, that you want to kind of find that area, that point where you can get a full signal with your live up and running. So it kind of genuinely takes you away from that paranormal side of things because you're too busy focusing on that signal. You know what I mean? But on the same side, it is good, as you say, because the viewers can see things. They might see things that you've not noticed.
Yeah.
I mean, you might. Sometimes if we went live, we'll leave the phone stationary. We'll put a couple of objects down, whether it's REM pods or whatever, the ball, cat ball, and we'll just leave it running for 10, 15 minutes. We'll then leave that location and we'll just leave it running. So it is good for that. But in the same sense, when you're out with folk that are genuinely like, I'm not gone because there's no signal, so I can't get live. You know what I mean? It just kind of sums
No, you
sums
don't.
their belief up.
I mean, look at Stair. There's no signal at all whatsoever.
No.
We still go, and we've lost the signal a handful of times at Loudon or the other years, whatever. But what we tend to do is we just keep going because we know that signal will come back. You know, so say we get the Dempster plot and the signal goes, then we'll just keep carrying on with the investigation at the Dempster plot because we know that eventually that signal will come back. We just say, folk, you know, signal went, but we're back. You know, but I do know what you mean, focal. Right, let's move over here to another room and all the rest of it. We just tend to keep investigating, and the signal will come back when it's ready, and that's it.
The thing with us is that generally we've normally got a couple of people with phones anyway, so that basically even if the signal goes, we can still record. You know what we're doing. We can still record what we can't. What we can, and then the signal will come back, and then maybe we'll post that. We will post what we recorded during that time, you know, up on the page and everything like that. So there's always,
No,
we've always got that kind of option because, you know, my wife will bring a phone, or I will have got a phone. There's always an option to continue recording, you know,
Me?
and get that.
no listening to
Scott,
you.
you got a budgie?
Craig Sarah said, "Well, about her."
What about her?
You said your wife would ring a phone.
You know, she
He's,
has.
he's trying to backtrack, but he's trying to backtrack.
I thought you had a budgie.
No, 2 cats. I think we'll wind it up there, folks, because that's around 3/4 we've been on.
What? Is that it?
So we get through rules. You can't get them.
All right, we'll do 2. We'll say we'll do 2 hours. We'll do 2 hours, all right? But we're still on the paranormal side, but slightly off it. But you make us carry on with, you know, F-book.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on YouTube, aren't we?
Aye.
Aye. Would you make us carry on with Facebook?
Yeah.
Give me a-
Aye. It's, you know, I've spoken to a few people who's affecting name with their shows.
I think Facebook's going to go. Can I go? Try and go the rain? Can I? Way?
Yeah, make money out of it. Charge for that.
Well, that's what, 3 weeks now, something that's been done. It's been,
So I'm saying we did a paranormal hangover. No done in how long?
Yeah. 2 weeks.
about 3 or 4 weeks. Which is
I know you can do it on YouTube. I actually thought you could charge on YouTube to do it.
I'd say I don't understand how it all works. I don't
I
know.
think if you get above a certain amount of viewers, they start monetizing it. And
What we need to do is get together and start a rain streaming platform.
I wouldn't even know how to start. You'd need to speak to my tech department.
You don't, Scott. You don't know how to start your car.
I do. Actually, do you know how you push the buttony thing? The buttony thing. And what is that? See, I've started teaching Sarah to drive. There's six lessons.
Mhm.
6 lessons so far. Doing quite well.
I've been listening out for that. I've been listening out for accidents. No.
No, there's no accident, and there's not going to be any accidents, Mr. Dawson. Confidence. Give the learner confidence at all times. Isn't that right, Mr. Rigger?
Yes, it is.
That's one thing is getting it. Oh, I've been listening with Crash.
I know. I'm sure you'll be getting a well-aimed slap at some point in the very near future.
Well, it's just that you said. You did say that when you were getting a new car, it was going to be a smaller one. So already sort of like I've got nothing to lose. I'm not going to be able to get in there.
So Scott, when he's next back out,
2 seconds, Mr. Rigger. No, the car's big. The car's actually bigger. It's just the roof is small because it's got a.
it needs to be big to fit you, innit?
Well, and it's to be. It's got. You pick me up. I'm saying.
The height is gone.
Aye, the height's gone because of the sunroof that's on it. So, you know, but the new car's big, it's still the same size. Wait a
Man, you
minute.
get a sunroof so you can fit your head with it.
Yeah.
I look like a giraffe, wouldn't I? Right, that following a cartoon, you get the giraffe going along the road, and you can see the sunroof like that, you know.
Only born in 1940.
I've actually been in cars like that when I've literally had to stick my head out the sunroof to get that, and all you can see something like I've had pals
Craig,
sort of like
Craig.
see, but
you need to stick your head out the sunroof for a double decker.
Right, anyway, you were asking when we're next out investigating. We were looking at maybe tomorrow during the day because the weather's been quite nice here. Not as you know because you're in Lanzagrotte. But we're not been investigating for because we've been busy because we started our Wallace trail last month. So that's taken up a wee bit of time. We're in Glasgow on Sunday filming episode 2 of that. But I don't, we'll get out. We'll get out at some point. But the weather's been crap, I know.
I think it's to be nice tomorrow, and then it's to rain up until Saturday, I think.
Well, it's meant to be the opposite here. It's meant to be nice up until Thursday and then raining.
Whatever it is.
But we are looking at the possibility of an overnight investigation somewhere outdoors.
I have a location.
And I've been talking to somebody recently, they're coming on the show next month, a young lady who's going to give us a lister. Please, our husbands are urban explorers. So they've been in quite a few places, and so she's going to give me a wee list of different locations they've been to as well, which we might share with you for a price, 6 tea cakes.
It's always good to get new locations, but again, understand why people don't give them out. You know what I mean? It's one of the ones, and it's a catch 2020. It's kind of like, yeah.
Well, this class seems quite nice and straightforward. So she was saying, you know, I'll put a list together for you. And she wants to come out investigating me at one point, possibly Loudon. But she's done Caldwell and done Dalquaham with her husband. That's how I actually look, because I saw one of her posts on a group, an Urbex group I'm in, and I was been at Dalquaham, I commented, you know, been there a few times, and you know, you start chatting and stuff like that. So I'm getting a list after her, but we want to concentrate on Caldwell. No Caldwell. Loudon.
Loudon.
No Caldwell. We want to concentrate on Loudon because there's a lot more to come there. I knew that there's been more activity up at the farm as well.
Well, should I send you the house that's next to it? It's no house.
Oh, aye, it's a party. I was hearing say that before because I've got one of these American caravan things.
I swear to God, see me went. So see me get in the gate, and you get the path that goes left. Like your room, right? So bear in mind, it's kind of 9 o'clock. It's kind of sailing that dark when you know yourself. There it gets pitch black, and that's a certain time. So you're just kind of walking around and chatting away, turn around, and I'm like, you've got the water to the left. Just see this guy's head. And I'm like, alright mate. And he's like, aye, everything's fine. I'm like, what are you doing? It's like 9 o'clock at night, fishing. He's like, no. Glass of wine, and he goes away. And then when the young ones appeared, music blaring, bloody, they're sitting, drinking old alcohol and things like that. And I'm away down, just had a wee chat with him because the car's not there and stuff. And he's up there, just the usual kind of chit chat. we was up to the night and I like, I was just going a walk and this and that. At that point, like, the music, that kind of music. I thought, alright. And I kind of tried, kind of just lighten the mood, kind of crack a few jokes, but they weren't having it. And I was like, this is a weird night, man. So we just left.
You just tell me, do one?
Well, that's the thing. It was one of these situations where there was so much equipment, and you know yourself, some of the equipment is cheap, and it was all spread about. So I thought we'll give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they'll leave in 5 minutes. So, but 10, 15 minutes came. It was silence, and then we heard them walking away up with the farmers. that You're talking about. We up that way with the music going, and I'm like, right, there's two options. We stay with the equipment, phones all rigged up, lights and whatnot, or we just pack up and leave for safety purposes because they might go away and they go, oh, by the way, there's folks in there that's trying to contact the devil, one of the ones, and they're like, probably just better leave. So we just opted to leave, just to be on the safe side.
You've never had anything like that?
It was a weird experience.
No.
Maybe it was paranormal.
We've had.
But that's the thing, but that's when you go and do like abandoned or wilderness investigation, or just kind of out the way. That's the type of thing that you're up against because you would not expect that. You know yourself, you pull up at Loudon, there's one bench. There's just one bench sitting there.
It's the same way. I mean, down south, there's GSI. We done the Ivy House 2 years ago now with Charlie, etc. But GSI had done it a couple of times, and they went one night, and there was a crowd of boys in it. No, not a big crowd, maybe 4 or 5 boys in it. And these boys were just having a look about. But the police turned up, and they says, they kicked the boys out, kind of thing, because they were known troublemakers, seemingly. The says to GSI, and all you need to leave, and GSI, well, we're not doing anything, we're just having we're doing an investigation, but I say, I'm sorry, mate, but you need to go on up. And it's just because these other guys had been in the house, and the whole lot of them. You go to these abandoned buildings, like Caldwell, you don't know who's going to be doing in the basement.
No.
There could be 40 of them in the basement having a party for all you know.
It's a risk in itself to go to these places.
But then if you don't go, you don't know.
Don't know, don't go. So I think this year we're looking to. There's a few locations we're going to go to, but I think one of the big ones is we're going to look for allegedly haunted forests. So we're going to go there, or allegedly haunted roads.
You get the the Priest Road.
I say roads because I want to take the haunted dolls and put the seatbelts on them.
Kinmount Street, that's what it's called. I take the haunted dolls, do we?
But no, it's always just looking for something different.
Yeah.
Always looking for something different. Rather than just going to, been to this location, that location. It's just something different.
It's what about the electric bray? Right, see the one electric
Been
bray.
there, that's down here. Is that Girvan?
It's by you can do by Dunure on the coast road. You buy Dunure, keep going. The only thing with electric bray is because it bends round to the left and then the bottom bends round to the right, so it'll be a bit hard to but there's woodlands or in even like in the woods at Stair. There's plenty of woods at Caldwell, I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I always had the feeling that whole estate is active. No, just
there's a set of woods in Castle Douglas.
There's a what?
Castle Douglas.
What did you say before then?
A set of woods.
No, I thought you said, what was that? One of your cats. I thought you said a cell moose. It was a cell moose.
Obviously, back then, Gas Douglas, when it came to the Robert the Bruce type of things, it probably more like there wasn't trees there. But the land's still there, but now it's trees.
Aye.
So, gotta check it out and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It's just, it's all about going with the flow. Just,
But I mean, see, when you think about it, anywhere can be active. A brand new Morrison's could be haunted.
Yeah.
You know, everything you automatically need to go to an old graveyard or an old castle or something like that for it to be haunted. But what people do, a lot of people, and it's not their own fault, but you know, they don't realise that a brand new building can be haunted.
Yeah.
You know, it can be a brand new office block. It just depends on where it's been built on.
Huh?
You know, because Spirit's no outdoors over the building new offices there, so we better bugger up. We better find somewhere else to hang about. So, anywhere can we, don't get me wrong, you do it pretty stupid in the fruit and veg aisle and Morrison's doing an investigation, you know what I mean? But no, what I Forest, what's a spooky as well. I like the spookiness.
well, that's the thing. It can play part. Obviously, you get $3 in you, so it kind of your mind's then playing tricks. So that kind of puts you up against it. But you need to kind of understand that as well.
You need to take all factors into consideration. There's my bit there. That was my posh intelligent bit there.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite posh and intelligent. Anyway, ladies, we'll wind it up there. Because that's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is that alcohol you're drinking?
I thought was that whiskey?
Pepsi. Vimto.
Vimto. I thought you
Alcohol in the Vimto button.
I'm still on my holidays.
when do you get back to work?
Friday.
Right, you're going to start another week. So we just get back early for? Just stay there.
I'm in Friday, off Saturday, Sunday, in Monday, and then off for 4 days.
Nice.
Rig a half a job.
Nice work if you can get it.
Rig a half.
Can I get you? What you done with Arnold?
He'll want me back.
I'm like Superman. I become a different person when you know.
He was topless in the street yesterday. We went round yesterday and topless was the nice sight at all.
Oh,
It's Kilmarnock. It's short leash. You have to be when the sun's out. Taps off. You know.
Craig, you're the finest man in Kilmarnock.
The what?
The finest man in Kilmarnock.
I'm the tallest.
I'm off the hook then. So anyway, Rigger, let's spig up tonight and where can people find you? Come on, let's do this.
Right, so kind of quiet maybe the next couple of weeks, just back for holiday. Maybe we'll know this Saturday coming. Next Saturday, however, we've got some public investigations coming up on the 29th of June will be our first one. And I wrote it down, just so I remember. The Proven Hall, Saturday, 29th of June, if you want to come along to that. And we have the Pearson Institute on Saturday, the 10th of August. So if you want to find us, join our page, come along, fire in a few bob, and you come in investigation.
Nice.
Pretty much it. We're going to look at starting up YouTube as well. In the middle, I speak to one of my good friends that does YouTube stuff, so he'll maybe come along and document it. So we'll kind of get in the YouTube road. It's not necessarily to say that everything that's documented will be on YouTube, but it's just we're going to kind of try and make a wee kind of TV series up.
Good stuff.
Investigate the Saturday, maybe get up on the Monday. However, we used to do the Paranormal Hangover, which is Tuesday. However, StreamYard likes to be a pain in the ass as well as YouTube, so Facebook. So that's that gone. But you'll find it on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, other ones.
Just everywhere, just give them a look up for
If you got somebody in the genuine team, they want to come and join us.
Facebook kind of stuffed it for a lot of folk.
Oh, honestly, it was gone. Because it was a good platform. It was smooth. Why
Well,
don't you just
That's why we've cut doing our shows.
Yeah.
absolute joke, man?
I've still got guests lined up, but I've not given them any dates yet, and I don't know if I've gone any harm to them, but we used to do a lot of shows and then we cut them down. And but then Facebook went with that with the rug. Woof, you're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
And so I've not scheduled a lot of people through May, through June. I have got a wee list with that of people where to come on, but I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. It's just it's a bit of a bugger, to say the least. You know what I mean?
I wonder if there's, in fact, I'm not even going to mention this. I've got a wee idea, an idea. But I'm not going to mention on this in case somebody steals it.
One of the ideas.
Yeah.
One of the ideas, Big Cheese.
One
One of the ideas.
So we'll wind it up with a folks. A big thanks to Craig and Rigger down there. Mind you, these guys, we've been out with them quite a bit, and a genuine team. They're all very down the earth, and what you see is what you get. We're back this week with Alex Dorans. I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday, I mind. And we start filming episode 2 of the Wallace Tale next a week today. Actually, we'll be hitting Glasgow. The next part of the Wallace Tale is going to take place. If you've not watched the Wallace, you watched it, Ricker, actually.
I've watched it, buddy.
The newer version.
I've watched it.
What did you think of it, actually? Come on the spot now.
Bit of fabs in it.
What?
Nah, it was good. It was good.
I never got
No, it was quite professional. Definitely. Interesting.
good.
The fact that you share, obviously, paranormal history. So it's a bit of both worlds. So I'm interested to see what the second episode is.
Well, the second episode, I'm not telling you too much. The second episode is going to concentrate on some of Wallace's ties to Glasgow. And then we're moving on after that.
So, oh no, it was good. And I always love hearing your voice.
Yeah.
Well, I've got one of these wee voices, haven't I?
Do you hear? See when you listen back to it, you're like, oh, I hate my voice.
Yeah.
It's horrible, man.
One of those voices that you want to hear them speak more. You could hear them recite the phone book, and it would be sublime.
And also Craig's documentary as well. You can tell folk about your documentary, Craig, and your big friend.
Well, it's up on. I did. For those that don't know, I did a film and broadcasting course at college, and I had to make a documentary, so I made it about him and to that, and it's 6 minutes long, and it's really no bad, it's good. He's really good in it, and it's up on, the Paranormal History page. It's up on YouTube, and it is. It's going to be shown as part of the Esher Student Film Festival at the end of this month, which I'm very, very happy about, which I'm helping organise with Esher College and everything like that. And it should be really, really good. But he was really great in it, and it's only about 6 minutes long, but I am thinking about doing a longer 20-minute cut if you can, take Scott for about another 10 or 15 minutes of Scott talking to the camera. That would be, it would be good. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a longer cut sometime in the next week or so up at college. So
Well,
fantastic.
I do appreciate your comment, it's great, but I actually just meant just to tell folk about your college and where they can see your thing and your festival, your premiere thing.
Yeah, so the Leicester Film Festival is organised by Ayrshire College and specifically the film students, which I am on. And it is going to be, I think, the 28th of May, or no, 31st of May. And it's going to be at the cinema. And I remember the one that's been recently refurbished. And it's going to be there from about 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. You know, we're going to be showing a lot of films, a lot of in Scotland, including documentaries. You know, it's going to be quite a good thing. We've got guests coming as well, so it should be interesting. I'll be there, so you know, pop in and say hi. But it should be really, really interesting. We're just getting into the final weeks of organising it just now and getting everything out. So if people want to pop by, it's totally free.
So if you're in the area, pop down in the May next week. No,
I think it's the Astoria. It's the Astoria Cinema. Yeah.
or contact Craig. He'll tell you there actually.
That's like me. I'm just like George. Yeah, over there.
Contact Craig and he'll tell you where you can go and support the college worky thing. That's what I tend to do.
I'll send you. I'll message you one of our posts. I'll put one of our posters maybe up in PIH.
That's fine. Right, we're going to end it there, folks. So big thanks to Craig and to Chubby Chops down there. And we'll see you, I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday, with apples. And that's it. So enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Not there's much left there, but you know, whatever, but enjoy anyway. And we shall talk to you later on. Cheers. Bye. Bye.
Bye.